are taking over Birmingham City for another transfer budget challenge. With our transfer budget this time being only 25 million. That's because, of course, we are in the championship. And my dad and I are going head to head to sign players to see who can do better across just one season. Okay, Dad, Birmingham City, let's see how the AI did.
Yeah.
With the transfer budget of £25 million and how they finished in the league. Looking at the championship, they didn't win it. They finished in 16th place.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, not amazing, but they survived
Yeah.
at least. Let's take a look then. So John Eustace stayed in charge, who is the manager at the start of the experiment. Transfer-wise, they didn't spend it. They did not spend it. So they brought in they brought in a couple of loan players. Simon Adingra is quite a good signing on loan. Corley Woodrow as well is not bad for championship level. But they got a lot of free transfers. So I'm guessing that's what they decided to do instead. Is like use the wage budget instead.
You still got the wage budget to think of then, and you're ready.
Yeah, but yeah, by the looks of it, they decided not to spend it. Now, there's no point really checking the cups because I very much doubt they got very far in the FA Cup 3rd round there, and the EFL 4th round by Tottenham. So they didn't get very far in the cups. Looks like an awful season, to be honest. Like wins every now and then. That looks absolutely atrocious.
I'll be disappointed if I don't beat that.
I was going to say, I think we should be okay. I think we should be able to beat that. Of course, we're going to do it with one of our tactics, the same tactic, and one that we create ourselves. So first off, let's have a look at who Dad brought in and have a look at his tactic. Right, with Dad's £25 million, he brought in 5 players in total.
I've really struggled, really, because I looked at the team and there were just weaknesses all over the place, and I'm thinking, who do I buy? So I just thought, right, backbone, centre defender, striker, midfielder, get one of each of them in, and then go from there. So that's what I've done, really.
So the first player I think you brought in was Sean Hutchinson.
Yeah, there was my centre defender. I thought he was quite good, strong player. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Good aggression. That's what I liked about him. I wanted someone in with a bit of fight.
£1.6 million from Millwall. You brought him in. Then I think it was Josh De Silva was next. You went for that box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah.
He's probably the best player you brought in, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was transfer listed at Brentford, wasn't he? I did also ban him from using free transfers.
Yeah, that killed me because I picked about 3 players.
He tried signing one Mata.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to sign one Mata. I was like, no,
when I approached him, he said he'd come to me as well. So what I do? Then you walked in the room, no free signings. Bollocks.
No free signings. £6.5 million for Josh De Silva, bringing him in from Brentford. That's a good signing. He was on the transfer list.
Yeah.
Then you went for the striker, which was Tyrese Campbell from Stoke.
Yeah.
Good player, to be fair.
Good finishing. That's all I was interested in. He was a big, tall player. Good finishing. He's my guy.
£4.8 million. Hasn't scored that many goals for Stoke yet, but hopefully he can do the job for you. And then we've got one more player here in Greg Cunningham, who was a left back that you picked up for £1 million.
Yeah, he was a left back, comes centre back. So I thought, well, it just covers me with both positions really. But mainly I brought him in for the left back position. That's where I was really weak. I felt.
Yeah, and then finally, Alex Lowry from Rangers, £6.25 million. Yeah.
It was this guy beyond the striker. When I wasn't happy with the player that the computer kept on putting into that position, so I went out and bought this guy, and I locked this guy into this position as well because I thought he was better. In my opinion, he was better than what the computer was trying to put into that position. Yeah.
So Dad's tactic looks like this. He's gone for a very narrow 4-3-1-2.
Yeah.
But Lowry in there because when we didn't do that, it changed it and put Mayahoshi in there.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, I agree with you, to be fair. I don't think his is better.
No.
So I don't think he's that good of a player. I know we're in the championship, but the rest of the side looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you were quite happy with that.
I was quite happy with that. I thought my midfield was a good midfield, to be honest with you. And I had 2 good centre-backs.
Yeah.
I was quite happy with that.
I agree. Okay, so you're going to run the simulation with Alex Lowry in that position.
Yeah, I don't like locking players in because we found that sort of goes against you sometimes, doesn't it? But I just didn't want to play that other guy, so yeah, that's what I've gone for.
Okay, let's simulate this season, see how Dad gets on, and then we'll check out who I brought in. Okay, Dad, 18th place. Ooh. Oh, talk to me. That's not good, is it?
That ain't good at all, is it? I think I got punished for locking that player in, I think.
18th place. Worse than what the AI did, and they didn't even spend the money.
What did I do? Won 11 games and drew 10. Oh, yeah. That's bad, isn't it?
Minus 18 goal difference. Lost 25 games in total. So that is quite appalling. Your end run as well is not that good with 2 draws at the end there, but 3 losses as well. Okay.
I'm disappointed with that.
Yeah, I would be too.
I'm glad I didn't get relegated.
No. It looked quite close, to be fair. Competitions-wise, 3rd round by Tottenham. and second round by Leeds in the Carabao Cup.
All I'm going to say is get in.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your squad then. So if we look at appearance, obviously Alex Lowry's going to play the most because you had him nailed in. He got 12 goals and 5 assists. So, and he has developed as well. He's even higher composure now. I mean, and he's wanted by bigger clubs for a lot of money.
I did say to you when I looked at buying him, didn't I? I did say that he was a player you would buy for 2 seasons' time.
Yeah, if we were to do a rebuild, he'd be perfect. Tyrese Campbell get you 16 goals, Dad. So I think that's the most in his career so far. Yeah. Because he's only scored 19 in total for Stoke.
So I'm happy with that,
So yeah, that's definitely the best that he's had across the season with 5 assists, 5 player of the matches. And then who was your other players that you brought in? So we got Josh De Silva there, 45 games, 3 goals, 5 assists. Not the best average rating, but not bad at all.
No.
So that's still not, Greg Cunningham, 29 games, 2 assists. Where did you play a lot of the time, Greg? Was it centre-back? He did play a lot at centre-back.
Yeah.
A couple of times he filled in at wing-back by the looks of it. But a lot of the time he was playing centre-back by the looks of it.
I did think my left-back and right-back were very weak, so
yeah,
I knew that before. I just couldn't
Ethan Laird, who was right-back, did
yeah.
all right. He's one of your only players to get a 7 rating.
Yeah, true, yeah.
But yeah, that's not too bad. Mayoshi, the guy that you decided not to put in, came on 46 times off the bench. Did not do very well either, which says it all, really. And then the last player, really, is the centre-back that you brought in, which was Sean Hutchinson. He got 5 goals.
Yeah.
1 assist after
46 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did all right.
I was quite happy with that, really.
Yeah.
I thought my buys were quite good. I mean, locking that player in might have cost me because I had a striker who else was in the squad that I didn't.
Tyler Roberts.
Yeah. And there was another one as well, and there was
Scott Hogan.
How did he do in the end?
He only played 7 starts, 15 off the bench, and got 3 goals. So if you nailed one of them in instead, it could have been different.
Yeah.
But there we go. Right. Okay. That's Dad's. Let's see who I brought in. Right. I brought in 6 players in total. For 4 here, 2 on the next page. And I didn't even spend that much, to be honest. I mean, that's still less than the £25 million budget. But I think I did really well with the wages, to be fair. Now, the first signing I brought in was Roberto Fernandes from Malaga. Do you remember this guy? The one that scored all of the goals for Malaga? As soon as I seen that I could pick him up, I went for him. I thought that just makes sense to me. 21 years of age, £1.5 million. What a bargain. So that was a good signing, I think. I also then went for centre-back as well. I targeted that as probably the main position I needed to bring somebody in. Because we had the updated database, we lost all the loan players. Unfortunately, they had probably their best centre-back was on loan. So Martin Vitic joined us. I quite like him, to be fair. 6'4" from Sparta Prague. Yeah, well, Sparta Prague. £7.5 million. But what I struggled with the most was something that you didn't, was work permits.
Right.
I was trying to go for players overseas, and a lot of the time I couldn't get a work permit for them. This is one of the ones that I could get a work permit for. So yeah, I think that's a good sign. I'm just maybe paid a little bit too much money, but 7.5 is okay. I thought John Ruddy's good, but I wanted to bring in a keeper.
I know this next guy, yeah.
So Etienne Green joins us.
we got good history with this guy.
Yeah, from Saint Etienne, which, funny enough, Etienne Green is... Saint Etienne is green, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
he was actually a good keeper when we bought Saint Etienne.
He's all right. Yeah. Reflexes of 14. He's not bad at all, especially at this championship level.
Did he have an English mother or something when we looked into it?
Yeah, English mother, French father.
Yeah, I guess
he's England and France. So there we go. So he joins us from Saint Etienne, £6 million to play as my starting goalkeeper. Then I got in Leandro Lopez, who is a centre defensive midfield, 24 years of age, from Portugal. Again, it's somebody that I actually could get a work permit for. I actually quite like it. There's a lot of 14s in there, which is good. Only £1 million.
It's good.
So a bit of a steal for you guys if you've ever looking for somebody like that, because he's a good holding midfielder, very good on the ball, but also decent at tackling too. Then it was 2 last signings that I've got here. Gawa, who I targeted as that left side as well, just like you. So we're very similar positions, to be fair. I also liked his hair because it reminded me of a TV show that I'm watching right now called One Piece. He looks like the cook in there. And if anybody watches One Piece, you'll know exactly who I'm on about. 26 years of age, 8 caps for Japan, £1.9 million.
Good.
I think that's decent. That's very good. That's very good indeed. So he joins us. Really good, like physical attributes, etc. Then finally, Charlie Good, centre back. I needed a centre-back. It took me a while to find the one that I wanted, but I finally got him, then he started to decline. But still, 6'5".
He was the one I looked at as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dad was looking at centre-backs, and I said, there's someone on this page that I have signed, but I won't tell you unless you go to bid for him.
Yeah.
And he never actually bid for Charlie Good, which I don't know whether I've seen that as an offence, because you didn't pick the same player as me or not. I don't know. But £1 million on the transfer list at Brentford.
Good, yeah.
So, yeah, Charlie Good comes in. But when I did quick pick best 11, a lot of them wasn't going to be playing. So when I look at my tactic, I've nailed in 3 players: Lopez, Charlie Good, and Etienne Green. And I've gone for almost a 4-2-2, but with wing backs pushed up as well, which makes it even more attacking.
Yeah.
Really
I must admit, I looked at the goalkeeper and I was quite happy with the keeper I had for this
John
league.
Ruddy.
Yeah, I was quite happy with him.
I mean, he's experienced, isn't he?
Yeah.
But
I just thought I can't afford to waste my wages
Yeah.
on buying another keeper, really.
I wanted somebody with better handling.
Yeah.
Better handling, better reflexes, because he just doesn't have that, unfortunately, does John Ruddy at his age now. So I went for Etienne Green instead. Charlie Good goes in because he wasn't being put in there anyway, and Lopez comes in because if I did best 11 pick, as you can see, it would take those out.
Yeah.
But the rest of the lineup I was absolutely fine with. So we've got Dembele on the wing, who's quite a tricky winger, to be fair. I like the look of that, so I managed to go. I decided to go with wingers. Mayoshi's actually in mine. If I had a little bit more money, potentially I would have decided to go and change that right-hand side. But I couldn't find anybody with the money I had and priorities. Obviously, I thought Mayoshi can do a job for me out there, so that's absolutely fine. So let's simulate this season with this tactic, and then we can show you the tactic that we're both going to be using and determine who wins this £25 million rebuild for Birmingham for a one season. Right, Dad, I finish in 3rd place. Third place.
That was a right hammering, wasn't it?
It's a little bit higher than 18th. At one point as well, I was 2nd for ages by the looks of it, and even 3rd earlier on. But Leeds beat me to the title. Ipswich finished slightly above me. I finished in the playoffs. However, I didn't go up in the playoffs, so I failed to gain promotion. Leicester gained promotion in the playoffs.
89 points then.
89 points in total. Yeah, I did very well, to be fair. That was a cracking season.
A lot better than me, though.
Yeah. Tyler Roberts got 22 goals. Roberto Fernandez got 21. So outside of Jamie Vardy, who got 37, we did very well. But remember, this is still Jamie Vardy from FM23 when he was in the Premier League, Jamie Vardy. So obviously the updated database doesn't update attributes. In the playoff semi-final, I was beat by Southampton, unfortunately 4-1. Jay Adams scored there. I lost 3-0 in the first leg, so that's a shame. But there we go.
Yeah, unlucky, mate. Unlucky.
I managed to get there in cup competitions. 5th round by West Ham in the FA Cup, which is not bad. 2nd round by Portsmouth in the Carabao Cup, which that was a bit disappointing, to be fair. But I'll take that.
It's a lot better than me, so you're ahead at the moment.
I'm ahead at the moment, but the tactic we are going to be running, both of us, was chosen before we decided to sign our players, is this one. It's the Everton Season 5 tactic that we use in the Everton beta rebuild. And if I did pick without restriction the best 11, it would look like that. Okay, so let's simulate how I did first and then Dad. Dad, finishing 7th.
God.
Not quite as good as the tactic that I created.
Still a lot of work for me to beat, though, isn't it?
But still a lot of work. Funny enough, it was Leicester and Southampton in the playoff final again.
That's consistent, then.
Yeah, with Leeds winning, probably. Yeah, oh no, Burnley. Oh no, it was Leeds.
Leeds, yeah.
And Ipswich finishing 2nd again.
Yeah.
Weird how that played out. But this time round, Roberto Fernandez, he got the top scorer of the league with 31. So that's outstanding.
Yeah.
We didn't actually. I should have looked at how the rest of the side did, really, shouldn't I? But like we dove into yours. But to be fair, Roberto Fernandez, we can have a look here. 32 goals and 27 starts. That's phenomenal, really. That's really good. So a very cheap young striker. If you want to pick him up in your games, you can pick him up quite easily, I think, as well. Charlie Good did quite well. He played quite a lot of games. Leonardo Lopez was the main centre defensive midfielder there with Sunjic. So yeah, both of those did quite well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Etienne Green. Did Etienne Green play? He did. He played 49 games as well.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm okay with that. I'm happy. Well, did you beat it, though?
It's a hard work now, isn't it?
After
my team that I got just now is not looking good. So
yeah, I can't see how you're going to manage to top this after finishing 18th. with 2 finishes in the top 7. One of them in 3rd place. It's a shame I didn't get that promotion. 5th round by Leeds United in the FA Cup. 3rd round by Palace. Let's take a look at how Dad did with this tactic. Oh, get out.
Get in.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I'll take it all.
On the same points as Leicester as well, 92 points, who got to the playoff final for the 3rd time that we're looking at. This might even be 4th.
So Ipswich won the league. So Leeds finished 4th.
Just been promoted, Ipswich too.
Yeah, good. It's good, yeah.
Birmingham City, though, also promoted.
Get in.
So, Birmingham fans, if you want to get yourself promoted, you get Omega Dad as the manager. He signs the players, but for Christ's sake, don't let him choose the tactic. Because he finished in 18th when he chose it.
Right, fair is just the wrong tactic, though, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely.
I've got to play a bit more of attacking tactic.
By the looks of it, yeah. Tyrese Campbell. I mean, for a guy who didn't score double figures before, 41 goals in the Championship. That must break Mitrovic's record. I can't remember what the record was. No. 41 goals with 7 assists, 11 player of the matches of 7.44. That is insane. He had the highest average rating. Alex Lowry was up there too.
Well, good on
with
him.
The league's highest average rating. And Mayoshi, I don't want him in my lineup. 17 assists.
So what was my starting lineup then?
So if we went with this tactic, your starting lineup, pick without restriction, best 11, Mayoshi, Roberts, and Lowry.
All right.
The Silva, Sunjic. So those 2 players went in. Longelo, which you didn't decide to pick up. Sanderson? That can't be right. Did he play a lot? Maybe. He did.
He couldn't have done.
But there we go.
I'll take it anyway.
Yeah.
Promoted to the Premier League.
It does say Hutchinson played 29 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, promoted to the Premier League, Dad. Yeah, you win that one. You edge that one out. That's... Considering you finish 18th, that is an almighty clawback.
I must admit, I'm happy because it's the same team, just a different tactic. A little bit more of attacking tactic, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
And it's done that for me, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Coventry knocked you out of the FA Cup. And 4th round by Brighton Hove Albion in the
I was quite consistent
Cup.
from mid-season onwards, wasn't I?
Yeah,
I
you
gradually
took a
climbed
turn
up there and then just climbed all the way.
Yeah, and you're
I'm happy with
second for ages in
Yeah.
behind Ipswich, but 92 points, finished on the same points as Leicester, but they dropped into the playoffs. Oh, fair play. You win this one.
Thank you very much.
Nice one. Well, we actually did a kind of like a podcast episode based on everything that's come out about FM24 and referring it mainly to our content, isn't it?
Yeah.
The FM, the rivals rebuilds that we have, so the versus rebuilds and these challenges. So it's a little bit longer than what we usually do, but it's more of a conversational, more like a podcast, looking through all of the new features for FM24. If that's something you sound like you'd like to be interested in watching, I'll stick it up right now. Go ahead and watch it. And make sure you subscribe because we're getting very so close.
Yeah, come on.
To
All that is
100K.
just push the button and we can get there then.
And get that plaque in behind us on the wall. That'd be great. See you soon. Bye-bye.